Today our topic is how to build better relationships using Stoic principles. Relationships are one of the most important parts of life, but they can also be challenging. Whether it's with family, friends, co-workers, or romantic partners, relationships require effort, understanding, and patience. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, offers practical wisdom that can help us build stronger, healthier, and more meaningful connections with others. Stoicism teaches us how to focus on what we can control, accept what we cannot, and cultivate virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. By applying these principles, we can improve how we relate to others and create deeper, more fulfilling relationships. One of the core ideas of Stoicism is the distinction between what is within our control and what is not. In relationships, we often try to control other people's actions, thoughts, or feelings. We might want someone to behave a certain way, agree with us, or show us more attention. But the truth is, we cannot control others. We can only control ourselves, our thoughts, actions, and reaction. Stoicism reminds us to focus on our own behavior and let go of trying to change others. For example, if a friend cancels plans at the last minute, instead of getting angry or upset, we can choose to accept it calmly. We can't control their decision, but we can control how we respond. This shift in focus helps us avoid unnecessary frustration and conflict. Another important Stoic principle is practicing empathy and understanding. The Stoics believed in seeing things from others' perspectives. They taught that everyone is doing the best they can with the knowledge and resources they have. When someone acts in a way that upsets us, instead of judging them, we can try to understand their situation. Maybe they are stressed, tired, or dealing with their own struggles. By showing compassion, we can strengthen our relationships and reduce misunderstandings. For instance, if a coworker snaps at us during a busy day, instead of reacting defensively, we might think they're probably under a lot of pressure right now. It'll give them some space. This approach fosters kindness and patience. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of communication. Clear, honest, and respectful communication is key to building trust and resolving conflicts. The Stoics believed in speaking with purpose and listening with an open mind. In relationships, this means expressing our feelings and needs without blaming or criticizing others. It also means being willing to listen and understand the other person's point of view. For example, if we feel hurt by something a partner said, instead of lashing out, we can calmly explain how their words affected us and ask for clarification. This creates a safe space for dialogue and strengthens the bond between us. Another Stoic principle that can improve relationships is practicing gratitude. The Stoics taught that we should appreciate what we have rather than constantly seeking more. In relationships, this means valuing the people in our lives and recognizing their positive qualities. Instead of focusing on what others lack or what they don't do for us, we can focus on what they bring to our lives. For example, instead of complaining that a friend doesn't call often enough, we can be grateful for the times they do reach out and the memories we've shared. Gratitude helps us cultivate a positive mindset and deepen our appreciation for others. Stoicism also teaches us to manage our expectations. Unrealistic expectations can lead to disappointment and strain relationships. The Stoics believed in accepting reality as it is, not as we wish it to be. This means understanding that no one is perfect, including ourselves. People will make mistakes, and relationships will have ups and downs. By accepting this, we can approach relationships with more patience and flexibility. For example, if a family member forgets an important date instead of feeling hurt, we can remind ourselves that they are human and capable of errors. This doesn't mean we ignore problems, but we address them with understanding rather than anger. Another valuable Stoic lesson is the importance of self-improvement. The Stoics believe that we should strive to become better versions of ourselves. In relationships, this means working on our own flaws and weaknesses. When we focus on improving ourselves, we become better partners, friends, and family members. For example, if we tend to be quick-tempered, we can practice staying calm in difficult situations. If we struggle with listening, we can make an effort to be more attentive. By becoming more self-aware and taking responsibility for our actions, we create a positive impact on our relationships. Stoicism also encourages us to let go of grudges and forgive others. Holding on to anger or resentment only harms us and damages relationships. The Stoics believed that forgiveness is a form of strength, not weakness. When we forgive, we free ourselves from negative emotions and open the door to healing. For example, if a friend betrays our trust, instead of holding a grudge, we can choose to forgive them and move forward. This doesn't mean we forget what happened or allow others to mistreat us, but it means we release the burden of anger and focus on rebuilding trust. Another Stoic principle that can help in relationships is practicing humility. The Stoics believe that we should not let pride or ego get in the way of our connections with others. In relationships, this means being willing to admit when we are wrong, apologize, and make amends. It also means treating others as equals and respecting their opinions, even if we disagree. For example, if we have an argument with a coworker and realize we were mistaken, we can humbly acknowledge our error and apologize. This shows maturity and strengthens mutual respect. Stoicism also teaches us to embrace change. Relationships, like life, are constantly evolving. People change, circumstances change, and our needs and desires change over time. The Stoics believe that accepting change is essential for peace of mind. In relationships, this means being adaptable and open to growth. For example, if a romantic partner's career takes them to a new city, instead of resisting the change, we can embrace it as an opportunity for both of us to grow and explore new experiences. By accepting change, we can navigate the challenges of relationships with grace and resilience. Finally, Stoicism reminds us to focus on the present moment. The Stoics believe that the past is gone and the future is uncertain. All we have is the present. In relationships, this means being fully present with the people we care about. Instead of dwelling on past mistakes or worrying about what might happen in the future, we can focus on enjoying and appreciating the time we have together. For example, instead of scrolling through our phone during a conversation with a friend, we can put it away and give them our full attention. This simple act shows that we value and respect them. In conclusion, Stoic principles offer timeless wisdom for building better relationships. By focusing on what we can control, practicing empathy, communicating clearly, showing gratitude, managing expectations, improving ourselves, forgiving others, embracing humility, accepting change, and living in the present, we can create deeper, more meaningful connections with the people in our lives. Relationships are not always easy, but by applying these Stoic teachings, we can navigate their challenges with wisdom, patience, and kindness. Remember, the quality of our relationships reflects the quality of our character. By striving to be the best version of ourselves, we not only improve our own lives, but also enrich the lives of those around us.